Good afternoon students, this is your Prasanna Ma'am from NEET World, and yes, today we are going to start the NEET previous year questionnaire practice from the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. So yes, this chapter is from core botany syllabus, wherein in your final NEET examination definitely there will be 2 to 3 questions which are coming from this chapter, and most importantly when we analyze all the NEET PYQs, the questionnaire is mostly on the examples of the floral characters from this chapter. Okay, so without much delay, let's get started with the first question, that is from NEET 2025. So yes, here if you see which of the following is an example of zygomorphic flower? So yes, based on the symmetry, flowers are classified into 3 types, right? What are they? Actinomorphic, zygomorphic and asymmetric flowers. Asymmetric flowers include canna. Okay, zygomorphic flowers belongs specially to Fabaceae members. Okay, Fabaceae members or Leguminosae members. Amongst these, which flower is showing zygomorphic flower is option 1. What is zygomorphic flower? If you can divide the flower into 2 equal planes, if you can divide the flower into 2 equal halves by only 1 plane. So if you have to see the flower of the Fabaceae members, it will have 1 standard petal, 2 wing petals and 2 keel petals which possess vexillary aestivation. Vexillary aestivation. So here vexillary aestivation which has 1 standard petal, 2 wing petals and 2 keel petals with only 1 plane, the flower can be divided into 2 equal halves. Okay, single plane can divide the flower into 2 equal halves. Okay, so that is option 1, that is P. Okay, rest 3 are actinomorphic only. Okay, rest 3 are actinomorphic. What is actinomorphic flower? Where you can divide the flower into 2 equal halves by any plane. Okay, by any plane if you can divide the flower into 2 equal halves, that belongs to actinomorphic flower. Best examples China, chili, petunia and datura, and it is indicated with this in the technical description. Zygomorphic flower is indicated in this way in the technical description when we are writing the floral diagram. Clear, right ma? Next question if you see. Given below are 2 statements. Statement 1, in the floral formula, this stands for zygomorphic. No, this stands for what? Actinomorphic. So you can eliminate statement 1. In statement 2, in the floral formula of this stands for actinomorphic, correct, of the flower, and G hyphen if it is below G, this stands for superior flower. If hyphen is above G, that is inferior flower. If hyphen is beside G, then that is half inferior, half superior ovary. So the hyphen is below the G, then it's superior ovary. What type of flower is it ma? Hypogynous flower. Okay, this is hypogynous flower. Right. So here statement 2 is the correct statement. Statement 1 we can eliminate because this is not the correct technical description. Statement 2 is right. So here we can go with statement 1 is incorrect and 2 is correct. So here option 2 is the right answer. Next question if you look into match the following type of question which has appeared in the year NEET 2024. Okay. Completely it is memory based only. This chapter there is nothing much to apply in this. There is completely memory based questions only. You have to memorize the examples. That's it beta. So here this is about androecium. The question is from androecium. Okay. So what is monoadalphus here? What is monoadalphus? If all the stamens are aligned in a single bunch, if all the stamens are present in a single bunch, then it is called as monoadalphus. If they are present in a single bunch, then it is called as monoadalphus. Monoadalphus stamens you can observe in the citrus. Okay. And second, diadalphus stamens. Diadalphus best example is Fabaceae members, wherein you can see 9 stamens are in one bunch and 1 stamen is in the other side. So, you can see 2 bundles, that is diadelphous stamens, where you can observe in Fabaceae members. Best example is P over here. Next, polyadelphous, many andrecium structures or many stamens are present, many bundles of stamens are present, then it is polyadelphous. Best example is China rose, which belongs to Malvaceae family. Malvaceae. Fine. And last is epiphyllous and epipetalous condition. Epiphyllous is the condition where andrecium is attached to the perianth. Epipetalous condition where andrecium is attached to the petals. Okay. So, here epiphyllous condition where andrecium is attached to the perianth. Epiphyllous, you can see this in Liliaceae members. Best example is lily. Epipetalous condition, you can observe that in Solanaceae members. Okay. Epipetalous in Solanaceae members. So, this question is from cohesion and adhesion concept of andrecium. Okay. This is from cohesion and adhesion of stamens. What is cohesion? The stamens attaching together, forming into bunches 1, 2, 3 or many, which gives you the monodelphous stamen, wherein single bunch of stamens are present. Observed in citrus. Diadelphous, 2 bunches are seen, 2 bundles are seen of andrecium, that is cohesion in between the stamens, which is observed in the family Fabaceae. Best example is P. Polyadelphous, many bunches are observed. Best example is China rose, which belongs to Malvaceae family. And then epiphyllous condition, wherein stamens attached to the perianth, which is observed in Liliaceae family. Best example is lily. Epipetalous condition, where stamens are attached to the petals, best seen in the family Solanaceae members. So, here what will be the right answer, ma? Note down all the concepts, from which concepts the questions are picked, you have to know. Based on that only, this stands as a good reference for your preparation of NEET 2026. So, here if you see, ma, A is 1, B will be 2, C is 4 and D is 3. Option 4 will be the right answer. Next question. So, here if you see, identify the type of flowers based on the position of calyx, corolla, andrecium with respect to the ovary from the given figures. So, with respect to the ovary, we have to identify the other floral parts position. So, this is well described based on the position of the other floral parts with ovary. We have got 3 types of flowers. What are they? Hypogynous flower, hypogynous, perigynous and epigynous flower. First, let us look into the ovary position. Okay. Ovary position. In hypogynous flower, ovary is present superior than the other floral parts. Ovary is superior than the other floral parts. So, here ovary is superior. Whereas in perigynous flower, ovary will be half inferior and half superior. Other floral parts will be present at the rim of the thalamus. Okay, so here ovary is half inferior and half superior. And the next, epigynous flowers, wherein ovary is completely enclosed inside the ovary wall. Okay, ovary is completely enclosed. So, here you can see ovary is inferior or inferior ovary. Okay, inferior ovary. So, these are the 3 types of flowers you can see based on the position of the ovary along with the other floral parts. So, here 2 diagrams are given, of which we have to identify what is the type of the flower according to the ovary position. So, if you can clearly see here, ovary is half inferior and half superior, okay, and other floral parts are present at the rim of the thalamus in both the diagrams. This is the direct diagram from your NCERT, but then many of the students got confused that year with respect to this question, as two diagrams are given. Okay, so be clear whenever you are looking into any diagram. See here, ovary is half inferior, half superior, and other floral parts are present at the rim of the thalamus. So here if you can see, these two types of flowers are what, ma? Perigynous flowers only. A is perigynous, B is also perigynous. Clear, right? Next question. Yeah. Which of the following is an example of actinomorphic flower? So if you can see, based on the symmetry, you have got a question in, based on the floral symmetry, you have got a question in the year 2025 and in 2024 also. So this is based on actinomorphic flower. In 2025 you got a question on the zygomorphic flower. Like that you have to compare, look at each question in the each year, ma. That will give you a good reference for your preparation. So which of the following is an example of actinomorphic flower here? Undoubtedly it is what? Datura. Okay. Datura is an example of what? Actinomorphic flower. Whereas there is Sesbenia, Acacia, Pisum, they are zygomorphic flowers only. Where in Datura, the flower can be divided into two equal halves by any of the plane. Next. Assertion and reason type of question, wherein in assertion, a flower is defined as modified shoot, wherein shoot apical meristem will be changing to what? Floral meristem. Assertion is true, right? Okay. How flower is formed, ma? Shoot apical meristem will be modified to floral meristem, which will later differentiate or develop into a flower. Next, in reason if you see, internode of the shoot gets condensed to produce different floral appendages laterally at successive nodes instead of leaves. Internodes of the shoot gets condensed, okay. When it is turning to floral meristem, the shoot internodes will get condensed to produce different types of floral appendages laterally at successive nodes instead of leaves. Yes. So reason is true, and reason is explaining the floral modification. Reason is explaining how flower is formed. Reason is explaining how floral meristem will turn to a flower. So in this case what we have to choose? Assertion and reason are correct, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Option 1 will be the right answer. Now let us look at the origin of this question, wherein this question has been placed in Morphology of Flowering Plants, but then this direct passage is in your Sexual Reproduction of Flowering Plants of your NCERT 12. Okay. So whenever you are revising, revise Morphology of Flowering Plants and Sexual Reproduction of Flowering Plants. Okay. So that goes same, fine, ma. How vegetative part is being converted to a floral part is being explained over here. Okay, how a shoot bud is modified to floral meristem, how a flower is differentiated from floral meristem. Clear, right? Understood? Next question. So this, if you see, it is from the families again. Family Fabaceae differs from Solanaceae. Family Fabaceae differs from Solanaceae and Liliaceae. With respect to the statements, pick out the characteristics specific to the family Fabaceae but not found in Solanaceae or Liliaceae. So we have to pick that correct statement which is only applicable to Fabaceae but not Solanaceae or Liliaceae. So here if you have to see, Polyadelphus or epipetalous stamens you will see in Solanaceae, Polyadelphus in citrus. Monoadelphus and monothecus are not found here. Epiphyllous condition you will be observing in Liliaceae. But last if you see, Diadelphus stamen is observed in Fabaceae members. Most of the angiosperms will be having Dithecus anthers only, monothecus very few. Okay, so here only with respect to Fabaceae, so what we have to choose, ma? Option 4 will be the right answer, wherein it has Diadelphus stamens and Dithecus anther. Okay. Diadelphus stamen with Dithecus anther. Next question, which of the following plants show vexillary aestivation and Diadelphus stamen? Question asked in the year 2022. Same, highlighting the family Fabaceae. Fabaceae is having vexillary aestivation, Diadelphus stamens or Diadelphus anther. So here what will be the right answer, ma? Pisum sativum, wherein Colchicum and Alum belongs to Liliaceae family. Liliaceae family, okay, and Solanum nigrum belongs to Solanaceae family. Clear, right? Done? Yes. Next question you see, ma. The flowers are zygomorphic in, okay. So, he is asking us to identify the flowers which are zygomorphic. Again a question on the symmetry of the flower from NEET 2022. So, here if you see zygomorphic flowers, best examples you can take like pea, bean, cassia and gulmohar. Pea, bean, cassia and gulmohar. So, these are the best examples for zygomorphic flowers. So, here what options you have to choose, ma? Gulmohar, pea, bean, cassia. So, yes, B and C. B and C are the correct answers over here. Mustard, chilli, datura. These are actinomorphic flowers. Actinomorphic. So, here B and C, right? You can go for B, B, C. B is there, right? Fine. So, B and C. Next. Statement based question, multi-statement based question asked in the year NEET 2022. And in NEET 2025, most of the multi-statement question are being extracted from plant kingdom. Okay, as such from core botany chapters, any of the chapter, plant kingdom, anatomy, morphology, anywhere multi-statement questions will be picked. Okay, so look at this question carefully. Identify the correct set of statements. The leaflets are modified into pointed hard thorns in citrus and bougainvillea. Always look at stem modifications and leaf modifications, both in leaf modifications and stem modifications. The shoot bud or leaf bud will be getting modified, not leaflets. So, here what is modified, ma? Auxiliary bud is modified into pointed hard thorns, not leaflets. Always remember, if it is stem, shoot buds are modified, be it axillary bud or terminal bud will get modified to thorns or tendrils. It is not leaflets. Okay. So, what is it? This auxiliary buds. Okay. Next, so you can eliminate option A. B you look into, ma, axillary buds from the form slender and spirally coiled tendrils in cucumber and pumpkin. Yes, in cucumber and pumpkin, auxiliary buds are slender and spirally coiled tendrils. Next, stem is flattened and fleshy on opuntia and modified to form the functions of the leaves. Yes, correct. Stem is modified to what? Flattened, fleshy on opuntia. Next, rhizophora shows vertically upward growing roots. Yes, these are called as breathing roots or pneumatophores. What are these called as, beta? Breathing roots or pneumatophores. Best examples include Avicennia and Rhizophora. Yes, this is true, that help to get oxygen for respiration. Last statement E, if you see, subaerially growing stems in grasses and strawberry, they help in what? Vegetative propagation. Okay, subaerially growing stems in grasses and strawberry help in vegetative propagation. What type of subaerial modification it is? It is a type of runner. Okay, what type of subaerial modification? Runner type of subaerial modification is observed over here. So, which is the only wrong statement over here, ma? A is the only incorrect statement. B, C, D and E all are correct only. B, C, D and E. Okay. So, option C is the right answer over here. Okay. Next question. Look at here. Diadelphous stamens. See, again the question on the diadelphous stamens. If you have to look into all the PYQs from 2025 to 2020, many at times the questions are asked on the symmetry of the flower and on the stamens or androecium, cohesion and adhesion of the androecium or stamens. That question is asked. So, here diadelphous stamen are found in P, of course Fabaceae members. China rose, no, it is polyadelphous. Citrus is also monoadelphous. So, diadelphous stamens are found only in the P, okay, that is Fabaceae members. So now the question is on the floral diagram and the floral formula and the family. Floral formula you look at here. First, how you can identify easily is diadelphous stamen, 2 bunches, and corolla 1 plus 2 plus 2, axillary vexillary aestivation, and superior ovary. So these are the characteristic features of what? Fabaceae. And here also you can look into the major feature, that is epipetalous condition. Epipetalous condition is observed in Solanaceae members, right ma? And here epiphyllous condition, undoubtedly epiphyllous, epipetalous, you can easily identify the option. Epiphyllous condition is observed in Liliaceae. And then here the tetradynamous condition of stamens is observed in Brassicaceae members and bicarpellary structure. Okay, this tetradynamous condition and calyx 2 plus 2 is observed in what? Brassicaceae members. So D will be option 1. Easy to identify. Now you look at the options carefully. A will be 4, B is 2, yes, A is, just a second, A is 3, yes, A is 3, B will be 4, and C is 2, D will be 1. Option A is the right answer. Okay. Next question. Yes, ray florets will have, actually ray florets and disc florets, where do you observe? Ray florets and disc florets are seen in Asteraceae members. Asteraceae family members you can observe ray florets and disc florets, of which ray florets will be having inferior ovary, remember that. Next question from NEET 2020, the roots that originate from the base of the stem are. So we have 3 types of root systems: taproot system, fibrous root system, and adventitious root system. So taproot, where the main root radical will turn to the parent root or primary root, from which lateral roots will arise. Whereas bunch of roots that arise from the base of the stem are what? Fibrous roots. Okay, bunch of roots that arise from the base of the stem are fibrous roots. Clear, right ma? Prop roots or pillar roots, they are the adventitious roots which grow positively geotrophic from the lateral branches. They grow positively geotrophic. Lateral roots are observed, are also called as secondary roots, which arise from the main primary root in taproot system. Primary root in taproot system is nothing but the radical of the root. Clear, right ma? Next question. Yeah, from NEET 2020 again. Correct position of the floral parts over the thalamus in mustard plant is, okay, we have to look at the correct position of the floral parts over the thalamus in mustard plant. Margin of the thalamus grows upwards, enclosing the ovary completely, and other parts arise below the ovary. Okay, so in mustard plant, first you have to identify the family. Mustard plant belongs to the family Brassicaceae. Mustard plant belongs to the family Brassicaceae, where in the margin of the thalamus margin will grow upward, enclosing the ovary completely, and parts arise below the ovary. Next you see gynoecium occupies the highest position while the other parts are situated below this. This is true because Brassicaceae members will have what type of ovary ma? Superior ovary and hypogynous flower. Okay, it has superior ovary and hypogynous flower. So superior ovary, wherein the gynoecium occupies the highest position, whereas the other parts will be situated below it. Then gynoecium is present at the center and other parts cover partially. No, this is wrong. Again, gynoecium is situated at the center. No, this is for perigynous flower. Center, again this is for perigynous. This is epigynous. So option B goes good with what? Hypogynous flower and superior ovary. So here option B is the right answer. Last question of today's session. Identify the correct feature of mango and coconut fruits. Okay. So this is being asked in the year 2020. Look at it carefully. From the fruit or pericarp, we have 3 layers. What is that? Outer epicarp, next mesocarp, middle mesocarp, and inner endocarp. Right, ma? So here you see both the types of fruits, mango and coconut belongs to what type of fruit? Drupe. Okay. So in both fruit is drupe. Yes, this is true. Endocarp is edible in both. Wrong, because endocarp in mango is stony. Mesocarp in mango is edible. Okay. And what is edible in coconut? Endosperm is edible. Endosperm in coconut is edible, not endocarp. Next, mesocarp in coconut is fibrous, correct? And in mango it is fleshy. True, mesocarp is fleshy and edible in mango. In both the fruits develop from monocarpillary ovary. Yes, in both fruits, coconut and mango, the the fruit will develop from monocarpillary superior ovary. Clear, right? So here option 2 is only correct, rest all are true only. So here we can go with 1, 3 and 4. Okay, 1, 3 and 4. Option C is the right answer. So with this we have finished the complete questionnaire from 2025 to 2020, wherein we have exercised the concepts and questions. In our next session, we will be focusing on the advanced set of questionnaire from the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants targeting NEET 2026. So stay tuned and thank you.